I'm Eric Restivo from WeHo.
I'm John Hayden from Wilton Manors, and we are
the W Boys. We survived the eclipse, and we survived a very busy weekend, honey. I was on the road filming a top secret project.
I checked out a new club, an art opening in Wilton Manor, Sun Serves Gala, which was fantastic. Thank you, Tony Lima and your team. And Jimmy Cunningham's 60th birthday party at Lit, and it was lit.
Just to name a few. Now we have our newsy nuptials. Willie Nelson embraces gay cowboys, and we begin with JoJo Siwa in news and reviews. JoJo Siwa is not holding back, honey, when it comes to her haters. Siwa debuted a new look recently before the premiere of her music video Karma, and of course, the internet came for her. What do you think of the video? Check it out. Oh, that was your blind react, right?
That was so good.
I love that the look that she debuted at the award ceremony was so paying homage to the music video look. I also love seeing queer art on our screens. It's kind of like a tough climate right now with these child stars, right? With the Netflix special that came out all on Dan Schneider and the Nickelodeon stars. So it's kind of lovely to see an influencer child star turned into exactly who they wanted to be, and they happen to be part of the LGBTQ plus community. I commend JoJo, although over the last few hours, she's kind of been stirring up the internet,
John.
But
you know what? When you release a new video, you got to stir up a little controversy to get people to care. JoJo, mission accomplished, girl.
Yes, and also I want to point out that I've worked with JoJo a few times in the Dance Moms world, and I worked on her Peacock special. Her mom, Jessa Lynn, is one of the most supportive mothers in the game, by the way. She still has such a strong presence in the dance convention world. We'll probably see them this weekend in Tampa. And I also think it's pretty impressive that at JoJo's age, she has the Dancing with the Stars judges residency. She's been there now.
Oh, yeah.
This is, I think, her second season, or maybe it's the end of her first. I'm not sure, but she's definitely the youngest known Dancing with the Stars judge to hold a residency. So good on you, JoJo.
Yeah, and now if you like that song, and I know
Karma.
you did, it's called Karma. She's going to do the world premiere live performance this weekend at Miami Beach Pride on the main stage on Sunday afternoon. It'll be, I don't know what time she's going to take the stage. It'll be sometime after the parade.
Fabulous.
She's going to be in the parade. Billy Porter's going to be at MB
Oh, wow.
Pride
It's a great lineup.
Yeah, it's a really great
Maybe we'll try and
day.
check that out.
Yeah, and Saturday, they also have a party in Loomis Park. So it's going to be really great. I love JoJo. The last time I talked with her was in 2020. During the early months of the pandemic, Fox had to fill time, as all the networks did. So they did this show like Watch TV with the Star. I can't remember exactly what it was called.
Fun,
and then I would do an interview with whoever the star was that week, and she was one of them. And she was great, and she was such a positive attitude. And we were only like 2 months into the pandemic, so I don't think any of us knew quite how long.
Yeah, we were all like, oh, it's nice to stay home for a little bit.
She was great, and she was sweet, and she still had that sort of innocent vibe about her, but you could see something behind the eyes going, you just wait.
Right.
So she made good use of the pandemic, and I love her. I want to get her on the show.
Yes, stay tuned for that. That will be, she would be a game changer. She's kind of got that same Alan Cumming secret behind the eyes.
She does.
That we've talked about in the past.
Yeah, exactly. So check her out at MB Pride if you're on the East Coast. And
we'll try and post some more, too, on our Instagram about it, for sure.
And if you're more WeHo than Wilton, we'll be posting clips online. So yeah, it's going to be great.
There you go.
All right. Well, Willie Nelson once warned mamas not to let their babies grow up to be cowboys. But 45 years later, he's singing a different tune. Literally. Check out his collaboration with sexy masked singer Orville Peck.
Yummy.
I love Willie, and I'm warming up to Orville, if you know what I mean.
I know what
Their
you mean.
song they're covering, Cowboys Are Frequently Secretly Fond of Each Other. It just dropped. Now, this is an instant remake of a country classic. Fabulous. I laughed, I cried, I had a moment. It was great.
Many moments.
And I'm changing my life goal. One of my life goal bucket list type things was to spend quality time of at least 4 minutes and 20 seconds on Willie's tour bus. I now want to spend 4 minutes and 20 seconds on Willie's tour bus in the back with Orville, because he is smoking.
Yeah, I was going a little bit more inappropriate with my thoughts. I was like, I want to spend 4 minutes and 20 seconds on Orville's face, to be fair. But I do love kind of a mashup of sort of the iconic, and not sort of, Willie Nelson is iconic, classic country who's still just as relevant today, right, as he was years ago, with one of the newer faces of country, one of the newer queer faces of country, teaming up. This is the representation we need. We need this video shared across every news show that you can think of, because there's only one way to go when it comes to gay country, and it's up, honey. You can't go down. I mean, you can go down, but you can only get more. And I love to see this representation on my screen. So.
And you know who's great to lift us up? Willie Nelson.
Yes.
Yeah, he is the perfect person to come in here and say, pay attention, because he is a country OG.
And people listen. People listen to Willie Nelson. I do. Yeah. Right?
Love you, Willie.
Love you, Willie. Speaking of things we love Broadway here at the W Boys. Honey, my BFA in musical theater is proof. We also love movies, so why not get both? Mrs. Doubtfire hits the Orville Theater at the Broward Center for the Performing Arts for 2 whole weeks. It's a sit-down. Check it out.
Comedy is back on Broadway with Mrs. Doubtfire, the musical. Critics are raving. Mrs. Doubtfire is hilarious and rip-roaringly funny. Directed by 4-time Tony Award winner Jerry Zaks. It's the lovable, big-hearted musical comedy Broadway needs right now. So if you're looking for surefire fun for the whole family,
help is on the way, dear.
Mrs. Doubtfire, now on Broadway. Get tickets.
Oh my God, I'm so excited to see Mrs. Doubtfire. Tony Award winner Rob McClure is in the main role. He won a Tony for the original production of Mrs. Doubtfire, and then he stayed on tour with it. He's also won multiple Tony Awards. I think the most recent one after Mrs. Doubtfire, before Mrs. Doubtfire, was for his portrayal as Charlie Chaplin in Chaplin. So it's definitely a top shelf cast. Also, it's kind of like a family-friendly version of a drag show.
Absolutely.
Right? Because it's a fully produced drag moment happening in front of you. Were you a fan of Mrs. Doubtfire growing up, the movie?
I did love Mrs. Doubtfire growing up. I did, to quote David Spade, I did like Mrs. Doubtfire the first time I saw it when it was called Tootsie.
Ah, yes. Got you.
Robin was great. And that the actor won a Tony for this role really says something, because it is not advisable to take on a role, whether reprising it on screen or on stage, to take on a role that iconic. That is, you know what I mean? That was one of Robin Williams' defining roles, and he did a great job with it, and I'm glad to see this guy coming through and doing his part. That's really awesome.
It speaks volumes to think that it's been the same actor within the role from the beginning of the original Broadway cast to now where they're at with the first national touring cast. It just goes to show that it's really, really difficult to find someone who could do a Broadway standard production level show. You know, they're doing, I want to say 8 shows a week in 6 days. So it's quite a bit. Head to the, what is it? The Orville Theater. And check out Mrs. Doubtfire at the Broward Center.
Absolutely.
Yes, go.
All right. Well, in LGBTQ plus nuptial news, Don Lemon is a married man. The newsman said, "I do" with Tim Malone, a real estate broker in New York. I'm picking up power couple vibes here,
Delicious.
People. The ceremony went down at the Tony Fifth Avenue Presbyterian Church in Midtown Manhattan. And get this, the officiant is the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. Now, keeping the peace is part of the UN's job. So it looks like they're starting out with a mediator right away in this marriage, and that is smart. So I guess when life gives you lemons, when life gives you lemon, you
get married.
You get married.
I'm like, did you think of that one beforehand? When life gives you lemons, you get married. Listen, they look so happy.
Yeah.
I love when to be fair, I love love, but when anyone queer and power players in our community tie the knot to make their love even stronger, it's a happy moment, right? The fact that they had traditions from both sides of their backgrounds integrated into the wedding. There was nothing I didn't love about reading this story. It was chef's kiss for me.
Yeah, it absolutely was. And making Don Lemon even sexier.
Yes.
Elon Musk is pissed off at him and not talking to him. And anybody who can make Elon Musk cry tears.
Good in our book.
I'm 100% here for it. All right.
Smart. April 7th was the biggest night of the year in country music. The annual CMT Music Awards took place at Moody Center in Austin, Texas. This annual ceremony honors and celebrates the biggest stars in country music and features some very, very exciting live performances. So I actually, for the first time in years, tuned into the Country Music Awards. It's hosted for, I want to say this is a third or fourth year by the musician Kelsea Ballerina, who is well known for her large support for the LGBTQ plus community. She's incorporated drag queens in performances. There we have some pictures right here, actually. She has a song out called If You Go, I Go, where she is quite literally talking about the drag community, especially in Tennessee, and how they're trying to ban basically anyone queer altogether. So Kelsea Ballerini is good in our book. She is fighting the fight alongside us. She also gave multiple shout outs throughout the night, especially one for Luke Combs, who covered the trailblazing Tracy Chapman's Fast Car. She was very, very jealous to not be a part of the performance, but she did get in on a little bit of some action with a friend to everyone in the LGBTQ plus community, Melissa Etheridge. Check this video. Yes, love her, love her. So by the way, I'm going to post the correct Come to My Window TikTok clip that I was referencing in our comments, so everyone can see. But point of the story is that more representation, right, to the country music genre. Kelsea Ballerini, who is a massive influencer, has our back. So if you have any time on your social media to share her new album or anything like that, do it, because we want her to shine. Yeah,
absolutely. And we were talking during one of the videos about how this show kind of took on a country theme.
Yeah,
today
I like
it. Willie and Orville a few minutes ago. We have
Kelsea Ballerini
and the awards.
Melissa Etheridge.
Last week we had Beyonce.
Yes,
on
Cowboy Carter.
Yeah, and so country music. Pop is coming to country music. I mean, it has been for a long time, but I think we're sort of in a cycle where it's very visible right now.
Country. Pop and country. I was trying to think if it could be, because it can't just be cop, right? You know, like, because country pop, but country, maybe. I don't know.
We're going to work on that.
Yeah, we're going to work on that.
That's why we should drink at the start of the show. We have much better on-the-fly ideas when we're drinking at the
It's true. But this is actually kind of a funny segue, because speaking of on-the-fly, John, here at the W Boys, we interview some of our favorite local and not-so-local celebrities. And this week, to my surprise, we are keeping it within the family.
That is correct. Okay. This is going to be so cool. Over our shoulder, taking the place of the floating W, is the one, the only Millie Michaels. Thank you so much. Woo! She is a director. Hi. She is a producer. She's a writer. Now, she's going to take one of her plays and put it on the big screen. And Millie, I understand you've already cast one of the critical roles. Can you tell me about that, please?
Yes, the critical role is of a hairstylist. The feature is going to take place around a salon, and the main hairstylist is a big personality man stylist called Vivian, who actually has a Spanish accent, and he feels he's a superstar, which he is to himself. And he's very lively. He's just. And it's somebody that you know.
I've met a lot of people over the course of my career. Is it Matt Damon?
Matt Damon.
No. Is it George Clooney?
No, better looking.
Oh, better looking than George
Eric
Clooney. All right.
Restivo.
Oh, yes, Eric.
It's me. It's
now,
me.
Now, this is a play that you did, 18 years ago, right?
Oh, my God.
And Eric,
yes.
you were 18 years younger when you did this role.
So I was
Is he
zero.
still able to play the same role 18 years later?
Yes, because I actually made the role bigger. That he's in his 30s now. When Eric first played, he was, I think, 21 years old. And so he's actually the perfect age now for the part.
I was going to say, I was only 19 when I first did that role. So, it's crazy. It's so funny because I kind of, in LA, I sort of have taken a little bit of a backseat to performing and acting and really what I went to school for and what really made me happy for a long time in my life for a very long time. And It's All About Me, which is the name of the play and the film now, is about a dysfunctional hair salon. But at the end of the day, they really all love one another in this kind of messed up way. Millie's also an actress, by the way. She was in the play last time we did it. So to work with the person who wrote it, created it, directed it, produced it, then acted in it, it was chef's kiss for me. So it was a no-brainer when the opportunity was presented to me. She actually messaged me and she said, do you know any actors in New York with a Spanish accent right now for It's All About Me, the show you did 18 years ago? We're turning it into a feature for a film festival. And I kind of went back and forth in my head a little bit about different people. And maybe I thought of like one. And I was like, what if I just do it again? She said, can you do a Spanish accent? And at that time, I don't think I knew what that meant. But I just basically channeled Sofia Vergara in Modern Family.
Fair, yeah.
Who was one of the highest paid actresses at that time for doing what she did. And thankfully, it was received really well, and here we are now. It's been a fast process. Eric just
blew us away with his rendition of Sofia Vergara's accent.
I was like Sofia Vergara's gay cousin is what I was going for.
We all want to be Sofia Vergara's gay cousin.
Have you ever interviewed her? You've interviewed a whole slew.
I have not gotten to interview Sofia. I would kill to. So, girl, call me.
Yeah.
Now,
she's watching.
Now, okay. So, Eric, tell me a little bit about Vivian and letting this character re-inhabit you at a different part of your life, a different stage.
That's such a funny question because that's kind of like what I was prepared to talk about here. When I was younger, I think that it was just I was biting at any opportunity I could. Millie is someone who was introduced to me through a very close family friend, so it was always happenstance. It was always meant to happen, right? And I think that when I was 21 or however old I was playing this role, I didn't really take into consideration like how multifaceted of a character Vivian really is. He's also like kind of a horrible human being, which is hysterical. He of course he like has love for his coworkers, but at the end of the day, it's really all about him, which is ironic that it's the title of the show because every character in the film, it's kind of all about them. So for me now in my life, I'm very happy at this point in my life, and I live every day with it being all about me as well. So I just have more appreciation also for people who work in hair salons.
Oh my God.
They do not get enough love, okay? It's like they take on the role of therapist. They take on the role of so many different positions other than just stylist and hairdresser. So, it's lovely to see that Vivian still has himself first, Millie, and that in this rendition of the show, he's also participating in a drag portion, like a pageant. South Florida is known for their incredible drag pageants. This is Vivian's taking place in his own pageant for his first time, I believe, if I read the script right. So it's a whole nother level of queer, and we need more of that in New York. York. I mean, it's like New York was once the queer mecca of the world, and then the pandemic happened, and now we're just getting back, right? So we need more laughter, I say.
All right, so Millie, when are you going to steal my TV husband away from me and start principal shooting?
In August, where we still have to come up with a date, but we're working on locations right now, trying to find that perfect dysfunctional salon.
It'll be a weekend shoot. Don't worry, weekend shoot. Yeah.
Can it be the barbershop from Coming to America?
Oh,
that's like the best. That's the best barbershop in film history.
We need to get John up to location to do some on-the-spot interviews with the rest of the cast.
Now, is there any chance of casting a background actor who's bald and is just always in the hair salon waiting his turn on his phone, but he never gets called because he has no hair?
He can go in for a wax.
Come in for a wax, or just come in for a cup of coffee. Bella, the owner, would love to.
That would be great. Okay, so I know you're up in New York right now, but the show is not. The show we're on right now is not called Brooklyn to Bronx. It is called WeHo to Wilton,
as in West Hollywood or Wilton Manors.
So choices must be made. Which is your favorite?
If you had to pick a choice,
and you do, West Hollywood or Wilton Manors?
I'm going to say West Hollywood.
Oh! No!
For me.
No!
For me. I felt that one coming.
There is no wrong answer to that question, but you did give the wrong answer.
I knew you were going to follow it with that. Millie, before you go, tell us just a little bit about Maria and your relationship with her. And then I promise we'll let you go. And we're so grateful that you're here with us. Thank you again.
Oh, thank you for having me, and thank you for being Vivian.
Of course.
So Maria Filippone, I met her about 6 years ago. I've been working on her short films that she also puts into festivals, and now we're going to work together on our first feature together. You can find Maria Filippone on Facebook. And doing more of the drama, and I'm more comedy, so we're a good team together.
Kind of like us.
Yeah.
Drama, comedy.
Drama.
Or is it drama, comedy? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Millie, thank you so much for joining us. Also, thank you for that point for WeHo, by the way. Love you very much.
Millie Michaels, multi-hyphenate. We cannot wait until August when shooting starts. I'm sure we're going to do another segment.
Yes, a follow-up.
Come midsummer, and then I can't wait for the red carpet premiere. I've got a great clothier, True Blue.
Yes, you got a sponsor.
Red carpet ready.
You'll be ready
every single week, and so I can't wait to see it. Okay, so what kind of car are you in?
Oh yeah,
I'm in Nissan Maxima, I think.
Okay, and where are you right now?
Right now, I think I'm in Wantor.
Long Island, the suburbs.
Oh,
the suburbs.
Wow.
Honey.
Okay.
Yes.
We could get to New York City. We could get to Manhattan quickly from here.
Quicker than
from there.
Yes, at
All
time.
right, Millie. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you soon. Break a leg and break his leg.
Yay!
Bye.
Love you, Millie.
Thank you. Bye.
John, you were right. That was pretty painless, but it did make me want to get back in the driver's seat interview-wise. So let's have some healthy, mindless competition with 2 rounds of heads up. I will begin. You will try to make me
what
guess.
Am I doing now? Okay.
Yes, you're going to try and make me guess what's being displayed on the screen. Okay. And the best out of, we'll each play 1 round.
Right. Sure.
Whoever wins will win the coveted best head trophy. Okay, so I'm going to start.
It will be mine.
Here you go.
Oh, yes.
Place on forehead.
It will be mine.
Go. Oh my God, I'm nervous.
Okay, it's a new offering on cable.
Streaming.
No, they're not streaming. They're not.
Peacock.
No.
Apple TV. Roku.
It's a show
happening out,
and it's called.
You suck. Come on.
What people who go to a certain club, a type of club where women often dance and take their. What kind of club is
Pass.
That? Oh,
go.
Okay, I don't like her. I don't like her brother.
Miley Cyrus. Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande.
Yeah. He's not small. He's
petite.
No, he's not small. He's
large, fat, big.
And no.
No. What? Grandiose. Big.
Okay. Beyonce's new album.
Cowboy Carter.
There you go.
That was the question.
Yeah. This is where I go to get donuts when I have no willpower.
Dunkin' Donuts.
No. They're open 24 hours.
Voodoo Donut.
No.
Krispy Kreme.
There you go. Yeah.
Woo! Okay. Is that it?
That's it.
Did I finish? How many did I get right? Okay, I got 4. Big Sean, the gentleman. Okay, anyway, solar eclipse.
Like
okay.
Gentleman's Club?
Gotcha. Okay, you ready?
Okay, now what do I do?
Okay, you're just going to swipe it up and then place it on your forehead just like that.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to...
How do I... Okay.
You go down if you got it right. Okay. Flowers. I can buy myself flowers.
Cyrus?
Yes, down, go down. There we go, correct. In Spider-Man,
webs.
Pass. Yes, Spider-Verse. He just made Bobby Alenkoff a little bit more famous with her podcast. Madonna stuck her tongue down his throat at one of her concerts. Famous rapper. Nice for what? It rhymes with rake.
Pass.
Oh, Drake. Okay. Lisa Vanderpump and one of her many television shows.
Reality shows?
One of her reality shows. Yep.
Vanderpump Rules?
Yes. Down. Oh, you got the one right. Okay, I'll make sure. Okay, so it was just Easter. This is an Easter delicacy, perhaps, like a
ham?
No, like a dessert delicacy, like
chocolate egg?
Yes, go down. There you go. Down. You got it right. Okay. And last but not, time's up. Okay, how many did you get? You got 1 more than what it said. You got 3, but unfortunately, John, I got 4. So for me, I have been deemed the best head giver and receiver here at the W Boys. This is where we insert a sound effect. Ding, 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 ding,
I'm
ding.
going to watch this back, and we're going to challenge these results.
That was fun.
That was
fun. We're going to do that again.
That was. And I'm not going to have heartburn at any point in the next couple hours, at least due to this show.
Not until next week. Okay. Not until next week. Okay. Now, speaking of last week, we made some predictions. John, how did we do?
Well, Sunday was National Beer Day, and
Delicious.
I observed by celebrating in moderation, and I was functional on Monday.
Which is always a win, to be fair. I predicted I'd hit Powerball $1 billion jackpot and tell everyone to suck it.
Did you?
I'm here, so I did not. And the person in Oregon that won, what was it, 1.3 billion? You, my friend, can suck it. Yeah, all of it.
Actually, congratulations. I'm going to put positive vibes in the universe.
Congratulations.
And the next one will come to me.
Suck it.
All right. In sports ball, I said Iowa would beat South Carolina in the women's basketball championship. I was wrong. On the men's side, I had Purdue over UConn. I was very, very wrong. Keep me away from Vegas. All right, let's get to this week.
Okay, PallyFest starts today in LA. It's a gathering of the hottest TV shows. I predict will be invited next year.
I am totally here for that. Okay, it's Miami Beach Pride. I predict I will be doing shots with Billy Porter, JoJo Siwa. She's got it in her.
She does.
And hopefully Lisa Rinna, because girl, I love you.
Icon.
You.
He loves you. On Your Feet, the Gloria Estefan musical, right, is playing at Seminole Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida. The show tells the story of Miami's own Gloria and Emilio Estefan. I predict the rhythm is gonna get me.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a good one. It's already got me. I'm already shaking. I can't even believe that's it for the W Boys. We're done, honey. Thanks for watching live, and feel free to share this feed worldwide, okay? Get our names out there. Share it to all your friends. If you have any questions for us, or if you have any games that you think we should play, send it to us on Instagram. I'm Restivo from WeHo.
I'm John Hayden from Wilton Manors, and we will see you next week. Have a great weekend.